challenging because, you know, when you get drafted so high as a first rounder and then the organization lets you go at the beginning, at the end of that year, it's a little discouraging, but it couldn't happen for a better place for me, going to Charlotte, having the opportunity to play with some younger guys with Dell Curry and Rex Chapman, as well as some older guys like Earl Cureton, Robert Reed, and Kelly Tripucka, those guys, to kind of blend and kind of manage my, you know, that second year of my career. Just trying to learn an NBA and get familiar with it. And what it also allowed me to do is showcase my talent. You know, I got to be on the floor a lot. I got to, you know, play a lot of minutes and show the fans, and not only the fans, but the entire league that, you know, a guy my size is capable of playing on any level.
And then you had Larry Johnson. So, but what didn't work with that team? Why did you always come short in the 90s?
Well, as we continue to grow, as you just mentioned, when we acquired Alonzo and Larry, I mean, that's when things start to change for the franchise. You know, we became a 40-50 type of season winner. But as what you mentioned to what happened to us during certain parts of the season at the end of the playoff, injuries. People got hurt at the wrong time, and that kind of held us back a little bit. Larry hurt his back, and after that first playoff series, and then he wasn't pretty much the same, and then come around, I got hurt during the Chicago series. I had to have surgery on my knee, and then Zoe left. So all those things happened, and but you know, we still was able to stay afloat. You know, we traded for Glenn Rice, we had Anthony Mason, and so forth. So we never lost a beat. We continued to make the playoff. We continued to keep climbing up the ladder, but we weren't able to just get over the hump and beat some of the better teams. Well, the difference is, of course, the rule changes. You know, the rule changes in terms of when we played, it was more a lot. 3 guys playing, 2 guys lifted, and we was operating that way more so. And I talked earlier, big guys in the lane. There was no defensive 3-second rule. You can hand check a guy to kind of guide him wherever you wanted him to go. And there was a lot more physicality in the game. Not saying that today it don't have any, but it's less than it is today. And the guys are different. The game is different in the sense where the players evolve. You know, we had 6'9", 265-pound back to the basket in the Karl Malone. We got a 6'9", 250 guy bring the ball up the court now. You know, 7-footer shooting behind the arc. So the game has evolved in that regard, and it makes it more exciting.
And what do you think about these Hornets?
Well, the Hornets right now, you know, they're fighting for their lives, trying to, you know, fight for the 8th spot. Had a tough loss last night against the Lakers. You know, we ended that 4-game winning streak. Got some tough games coming up as well. They got to play Golden State still. We got 2 home games only remaining, and we chase it, so that's always not good. But we're gonna keep fighting to the end. Kimmel's out there, he got the guys, you know, on his shoulders and ready to continue to lead. So we'll see after that last game has been played.
And you're
welcome. Charlotte is gonna play a huge part in NBA history next year when they play the first regular season game in Paris. What do you think about the expansion in the NBA does year by year into playing different countries' competitive games?
It's awesome. I mean, that's what our game is all about. It's a global game. It's all about inclusive, and what the league is doing is trying to bring all the fan base together and being able to travel to different parts of the world. When we have players from that same province, it just makes it that much special. You know, coming to Paris and having this game, which we had, you know, 9 other games. You know, this is our 11th game over there, but the first, you know, pre-regular season game. So with the Hornets and the Milwaukee Bucks, you got Giannis, you know, the Greek Freak coming, and hopefully Tony Parker is still in that roster. You know, he don't retire and come back along with Nick Batum. And it'd be great for the kids, the youth, to see someone and then. And from there on, backyard, playing across the world in the best league in the world, which is the NBA.
You serve as an ambassador for the team worldwide. You travel to these occasions, and What strikes me when I see like the NBA games in Europe is that a lot of activities goes behind the scenes before the game actually, in being involved in community, being involved in playing with kids, playing with giving something back to the community.
Absolutely.
That's something Commissioner Silver is very adamant to put the light on. What do you think about, what does it feel for you also as a former player to continue your career with the NBA by giving something back, by being involved in this way?
That's always just passing it forward. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, the people that come before you, you always want to allow them to, you know, understand what happened there. And for me, you know, it's just a treat for me to still be relevant to the game and still share my testimony to let folks know that this game is meant for anybody who has the ability to play the game of basketball. And yet they may see it on Google, but it's a different impact when they see you in person. So we just continue to keep spreading the game, and it's always good for the current players as well as the former players to continue to give back to the youth, because that's the future of the game. You know, we want to continue to involve them and give them the essence of what this game is all about. That's one of the reasons why we created a junior NBA. Yep. You know, that's one of the reasons why that grassroots is so important, because we want to continue to have those kids understand what it takes to get to this level. And it ain't just playing the game of basketball. It's all about community, engaging with the fans, and, you know, letting them know how appreciated we are.
Okay, thanks.
Nicolò?
Yeah, first of all, welcome to Milan.
Oh, thank you.
Second of all, let's talk about Hornets. Do you think that maybe this team, this organization, could be, I mean, the top in the league back? I mean, about a kind of refoundation, rebuilding, just to build, I mean, around of, I mean, Kemba Walker?
Well, we'll see. Let's see if that happens in terms of they've been trying to build around Kemba and put some pieces around him. That's the goal. You know, they felt like they would have had a better season this year, but again, you know, they still got games left and still got an opportunity to make the playoff, so they're going to fight to the end. We just came off a 4-game winning streak. Unfortunately, we lost to the Lakers last night. But again, you know, I'm quite sure Michael, as the owner, as well as Mitch Kupchak, who's the president, foresee what they need to put around Kemba. And first and foremost, we got to sign Kemba. You know, keep him there so we can, you know, then go from there. But, you know, everybody has the mindset of trying to bring a championship to the city of Charlotte, and Michael Jordan is the one that's had that main passion of trying to do so, because of, you know, that's part of his legacy as well. So we're hoping that Mitch can continue to find the right players that fit, and hopefully it all includes Kemba.
Right. Lastly, then I will pass my word to my colleague. This is, I mean, the NBA with a three-point shooter. You are the shortest NBA player. I mean, this is like a revenge for the shortest player. What do you think about it?
Is it a revenge for short players?
Yeah, kinda.
Well, I mean, basketball is basketball, so we don't just look at one aspect of the game. You know, we look at the game as a whole. You know, a shot is just not it. You know, you got to be able to defend, you got to be able to pass, you got to know that your IQ level, as well as run team. So, in that regards, that's what makes me feel good.
All right, thank you very much.
Who can be the 5 monsters today? Oh my goodness. Well, they got LeBron as one of them, as they said. Probably Draymond Green would be one, I think. Larry Johnson, he fits that mold. Porzingis for Shawn Bradley, he will fit that mold. DeAndre Jordan, he will fit Patrick's role. And of course you got Isaiah.
And Kemba?
Yeah. All Kemba. All Kemba. Oh, I would say Kemba.
I thought about Kemba and maybe Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, but then you gotta find Steph in a row. Steph gotta have a part in that if it all take place. So, but those are my guys. It kind of makes sense.